This micro-credential deals with home energy conservation and consists of 3 targeted skills. This targeted skill addresses air leaks. To conserve energy, it is important to inspect a structure to find any place that air is leaking from a building or home. This requires a review of the building's envelope, or exterior surfaces, like roofs, walls, and ceilings. Establishing a tight seal between the interior and outside climate makes an energy-efficient house. Often, we look at doors and windows and forget that there are many other places a building can leak air. Air leaks are most noticeable in the winter when you can feel drafts. This kind of air leak makes a home uncomfortable and wastes energy. Leaks also raise heating bills in the winter and cooling bills in the summer. In most structures, the significant air leaks are through holes in the attic and basement. Some leaks may be hidden under insulation. If you can access the attic space, check the points where leakage is likely, such as ceilings above the stairs or where the walls meet the ceiling. Feel knee walls in upper level rooms for cold spots. If there is a drop ceiling, check for leaks in the space above that false drop ceiling. Some of these spaces, such as attics or crawl space, may have openings between studs. The existing insulation will need to be moved to find the air leaks. Once you have found air leaks, plug the biggest holes first by adding insulation. This will save the most in heating or cooling costs. If the attic space is accessible, wear the correct protective personal equipment, such as a respirator, goggles, and gloves. Look at the existing insulation in floors and behind any knee walls in the upper level. If it is dirty, then air has been moving through it. The insulation has been filtering the air. This means that there's an air leak nearby. Move the existing insulation to see the stud cavities so they can be plugged with added insulation. Place the old insulation back, even if dirty, since it can still be useful. If wet insulation is in a closed wall space, check for condensation or leaky pipe. Wet insulation will not insulate properly. Also, wet insulation can ruin the studs and flooring, as well as cause mold to grow. Condensation is an area of wetness that occurs in areas of poor ventilation, allowing moist air to build up inside a space. Wet insulation is not likely to dry out on its own and should be removed and replaced. Be sure that the wall space is dry before installing new insulation. To finish the job, a small amount of expanding foam can be used to seal around plumbing pipes and electrical boxes. If you have an attic access door, be sure that the top of the door has a layer of insulation on it. In the basement, expanding foam should be used to seal the top and bottom of inside spaces. On the interior walls, a layer of rigid foam insulation or fiberglass batts can be added. Attics need ventilation. Rafter and soffit vents maintain normal airflow and should not be blocked or covered with insulation, as this could cause moisture buildup. For warmth in the winter, extra insulation can be added wherever warranted. Keep soffit and rafter vents clear to ensure a channel for outside air to move into the attic at the soffits and out through the gable or ridge vent. In the summer, the attic vent system will disperse warm, moist air to the outside through the gable or ridge vent. Air that enters through these vents will flow through the attic or ridge vent, keeping the attic cold and dry in winter, maintains the natural flow of outside air to ventilate the attic. This also reduces the potential for excess ice to form on the roof in the winter. In conclusion, if you have learned where air leaks are likely to occur and how to plug them, making a building's envelope more energy efficient saves money and increases comfort.